Hello, and welcome to the pond, where it's the bullfrog, and I just finished watching Arcane episode 6. And the story's getting really interesting. The rift between Jayce and Hummerdinger is going to a higher point. Things are not going to end well.
I will have it destroyed one way or another.
That's your opinion. We'll see if the council agrees.
I mean, Jayce is so wrapped in politics. Is he even more an inventor?
Exactly the sort of thing we wanted to fix with Hextech. Lives solving real issues, not just trade disputes.
And speaking of being an inventor, Viktor, we learned more about him in this episode. We learned where he comes from, what's driving him, and how he got into science. And this pursuit brought him here, and how much more is he willing to give up? Because there's a clock on Viktor right now. And speaking of an expiration date, Powder / Jynx, that mind isn't going well. She's falling apart. We're seeing more of her mind and how much she is scarred, or what Silco has done, or not being able to have a mental healer there. Is she there anymore? And this is just the story stuff. It's heavy.
Oh, great Scott!
We've been breaking rules with this review with our pawn shots, and I'm going to continue it. Why? In this episode, it's the editing that really blew my mind. How they were able to be so fast with the jump cuts and how they are doing it and tying it together. It makes you realize, well, how important and really well done the editing is for this animated show, to the point that it's wow. And speaking of wow, Brownies is behind the camera. So if you hear any snorts or moos or commentary, it's all him. But it's just really well done.
Chef's kiss?
And one thing I've noticed with this episode also is the soundtrack. Both the score and the music. The score is really well done, and the rock and roll vibe music that they have is really well done. This is a good show. It's on fire. I can't help but love it each time I see this. Each episode gets better.
You have nice manners.
And it's hard to resist binging. Yeah, for most of this time, I've been watching one episode a week. The only times I've binged have been 2 times, where I did episodes 4 and 5, and now 6 and 7. It's hard not to resist the binge. It's really well done.
XLN.
Is there any flaws? I admit, as much as I praise the editing, sometimes it can get a little too rushed at times. So the editing is good, but sometimes it needs to slow down a bit. I know that sounds a little contradictory, but sometimes things are contradictory when it comes to reviews and things, but it's still amazing. And this is the bullfrog signing out. It's just too good!
This scene I'm about to show you highlights why I am just in love with this character. How it's more than just the voice acting and the design. It's also the writing. And this snippet just highlights it all on why Hummerdinger is the best.
Please, if ever you've put faith in my guidance, hear me now. I've seen nations destroyed by a single seed, and it looked exactly like this.